Welcome to the Barbecue Lab. Today we're actually going to build this new Oklahoma Joe's Bandera smoker, and we're going to build it according to how the box says it should be built, but we're going to make a few real pitmaster modifications. Jason, what are we going to do today?
Yeah, we're going to apply high temp Permatex to all the seams as we're assembling, and then after we're done, we're going to put gasket seal around the doors and anywhere that it opens, help keep smoke in. Stay tuned.
So as it's turning to grill season here, we actually are finding these back in the stores, and so we picked one of these up just to be able to see when you build a smoker from scratch, are they right out of the box ready to be able to make a serious smoking machine out of this unit? And what we're finding is that a lot of these smokers are designed to be able to help smoke, but they have inefficiencies where smoke is leaking. It's leaking out every place there's a screw. It's leaking out the box where you're actually trying to smoke your meat. And with all that smoke loss and all that heat loss, it makes these really inefficient. So Jason, tell us a little bit about this gasket and this Permatex, what it's going to do to this unit to make it more efficient.
Yeah, so we're going to use high temp Permatex, which is a gasket sealer that goes on red. It'll stay red, but it goes to very high heat, up to 1500 degrees. What we're going to do is everywhere that there's a hole where the pieces mount together, where the legs mount to the bottom, anywhere that is a stable, we're going to apply Permatex as we're assembling. So as it dries and as it stays together, it's going to hold that heat and that smoke in where we want it. It'll help us regulate our heat. It'll reduce our consumption of fire. So I think it would be a great deal. Well, Dave, what do you say we get started?
All right, let's do it. 20 minutes later. Took us about 80 minutes to put this together, and we've got the grill completely assembled. And what we want to do now is give you a little bit of a tour of what we did with that high temp Permatex. So I'm going to reach over here and grab this camera, and we're going to follow around the grill and show you a little bit of what we did with the Permatex to seal up some of those holes. Go ahead, give us a tour.
All right, so what we've done, if you look in, you'll see here, you can see a little bit of the Permatex here on the edges. What we're doing with that is we applied it around all the holes, tightened it up, and what this will do is as it sets, it will form a barrier to keep the heat in, smoke in, and not let air in to mess with your dampeners as best you can. We put it everywhere there was a hole, so down here where the bolts went to the legs, where the box went together from the firebox to the smoke box, everything there. So the last thing we've got left to do is we ordered this off Amazon. It's stick tape seal, and what we'll do is we'll come around through the doors, we'll come across all these edges here, we'll put it on the door lip here, so that way when this door shuts and seals, it will give us a little bit tighter feel, because as you can see, metal to metal, you're gonna have some gap. So that's our next step. So what I'm gonna do here is, we've got the seal. You can see it's just sticky on one side, felt on the other, it's high temp. What I'm gonna do is kind of measure where I need to be. Then I'll make the cut.
Here we go, scissors.
One of the things about this is I've learned through the time using it is always cut it a little shorter, because as you compress it down and you pull it tight down, it's going to stretch some. So all I'm going to do now is remove the sticky back off of this. You can see it's just stick on. I'm going to start on one end or the other and just kind of make sure that I'm good. And level across the top. You don't want it showing across the top. You'd rather have any extra down pointing toward the bottom. Then just take your fingers, rub it across to give you a good tight seal. Then we'll do the same thing for the bottom. Now down here you see you have a smaller lip. So the easiest way to do this would be actually put it onto the door. And we'll do the same thing on the edges because you don't have a good of a lip here to work with. So we'll just go and measure the door. And the good thing about this is if Dave, you'll give me a hand, we can actually make this one solid piece. If you'll hold it here at the top and at the bottom, then I'll just measure across to the other side. This actually will give us a lot tighter seal because it's one solid piece. All right, let me cut this. First time.
Nice.
All right, so we'll just peel off one end. Well, what we'll do is we'll just pull off a little bit off the one end, get it down far enough to get it started, and then remove it as we work through. Now the one thing about this is once you start and make your first cut, it's very sticky and wants to stay stick, so make sure that you don't peel the stick off of the felt, you're only pulling the paper back. So we'll pull it about that far now. We'll get started here at the top and start applying into the door. Just enough to hold and then bring it down. And it's easier to use both hands to kind of make sure that you get it all the way into the door before it sticks. Go a little bit off the bottom here. Go to work our magic. as you can see what I was talking about, you see we have a little bit extra, and we measured before we cut. So we'll just take that, get it stuck into the corner, and you just take your knife and pull up, get it cut, and then just apply. Now then, what we've done now, we've completely sealed this door up, which should, once we fire it up, should give us a lot tighter seal and hold in a lot more of the smoke. And then you can tell just by how much we did there, it's a lot tighter door seal. What we'll do is we'll do the same thing around the firebox top and the firebox seal here, and that'll help keep it as well. Now the top here, I will warn, because it's just gravity holding it down, there's no catch, you're gonna lose smoke through here, so don't be alarmed, but the seal will help slow that down.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to finish putting these last couple pieces on. But I hope you enjoyed this build. I hope you enjoyed getting to see how this comes together and how you can do the same thing. That is run into your local big box store, find a nice sizable smoker that you can turn into a machine. Follow us on the channel here, subscribe, because we'll actually be doing videos just like this all year long. And then the upcoming videos will be seasoning this smoker and cooking a few things on this smoker as well. So thanks so much for joining us here on the Barbecue Lab. I'm David, and this is Jason. Thrilled to have you with us. We'll see you next time.